We have to go down to North Carolina.
Yes, we do.
He is with us with a
Spivey.
few notes of his own. Jay, how are you, my man?
What's up, guys?
So
Okay.
I take it that Carolina has not burned down yet.
They're a schizo team. They're likely to lose their next game.
Yeah, because for some reason, like the Carolina Panther fans that I know are losing their collective minds.
Yes, they are.
Well, they have their off this coming week, which they have the latest bye of any team in the NFL. One of the latest. This is the latest bye week this coming weekend, and then they're likely to come
forward and lose again.
Fall flat on their faces the next time they play again. That's how they are.
Because I was like,
they've been that way for a long. They've been that way for a long time.
I felt conspiracy between
Go ahead, Victor.
Between the Panthers and the Bears, because the Panthers just do everything to help the Bears.
Well, at least the Bears are relevant. I mean, if you guys listened to the game on Monday night last week, Troy Aikman made a notice basically saying they're irrelevant. They are.
Yeah,
because they don't consistently win.
Because I'm like, because the Panthers give the Bears draft picks, number 1 draft picks, which I think the Bears.
Well, that was dumb. That was dumb.
And then
twice
they beat the Rams, which propels the Bears further into the top seed of the NFC.
Into the top seed.
And so I'm like, is there a conspiracy between are the Bears and the Panthers just working together?
But if you're the Rams, I mean, the Rams played so well last week, and they look like they're clearly the best team, at least in the NFC. And you just go lay an egg yesterday.
Not as big of an egg as Lamar Jackson, because yes, Lamar, it is you.
And Matthew Stafford hadn't thrown an interception since September.
Right.
And he goes out there
and he throws one yesterday.
Yes.
And he throws one yesterday.
How? Didn't he have 2 yesterday?
Yeah, 2. How is that possible?
How do you blank that
you
up?
Go from an MVP conversation
to being Kirk 2 Chainz cousins?
My God.
You like that?
No, shut up, Kurt.
I still think they're better than the Bears, though.
Oh man, you listen. I agree with Victor's conspiracy theory about the Bears. I have two of them of my own. First of all, I think Caleb Williams listens to this program in secret.
I've been saying that.
You've been saying that the last 5 weeks. I didn't want to think about it because it's hilarious. And secondly, he's actually doing good lately.
Improving.
He is. I can't.
Can you not give a little bit of dap up to his head coach, who seems to have done a good job?
Yeah.
Not only his head coach, but his offensive line.
His offensive line looks a lot more solid. He's able to stay upright more often.
The Bears are doing something I have begged them to do for 3 years.
And that
run the ball.
They have good running backs.
They do.
They got 2 good. They have a pair of running backs.
And they haven't been utilized until now because of the guy who's now the doggone defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Matt
Stupid Fools.
Stupid Fools. I mean,
I was thinking about this yesterday. There's just a case where I'm not talking about just Eberflus, but they're like Robert Saleh too, where you're a good coordinator, but you may not be a good coach.
True.
Right.
Right. Robert Saleh's doing a great job with the Niners.
Eric, anybody?
He's where Saleh is where he belongs.
And Eberflus is doing a really good job with the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but he's doing a good job.
I'll say Eric Bieniemy, everybody.
Again, y'all know I said this for a long time. All those people that whined that he wasn't getting a head coaching job somewhere. How's that working out now?
Exactly.
And Andy Reid was and is still the offensive coordinator with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's always been the OC.
Yes, he has.
He's always been the OC. Come on, now. Anybody who believes
he did that.
Anybody who believes that Eric Bieniemy called one play while he was with Kansas City is stupid.
And where is Eric Bieniemy right now? He's like somewhere.
Is he in college?
Lost somewhere.
Is he doing a college team?
Yeah, he is. But I mean,
he's languishing.
Languishing badly.
He's languishing.
He's like in hiding somewhere.
David is wrong for this.
But there were a lot of people who said he should have gotten the head coach job.
Yeah, I remember that. There was a big contention of having Eric Bieniemy be a head coach somewhere. I think at one point he was going to be a head coach.
It was that way for 2 years.
If y'all remember back to his Colorado days, he's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why
he's not a coach.
Yeah,
that's part of the reason why.
That's part of the reason why he's not a head coach and never will be a head coach.
And there's another guy I know he's still in the NFL right now. There are a lot of people down here who thought that Steve Wilkes should have gotten the Panthers job when he was the interim coach that year.
True.
How's that working out now? He's not. He's been bounced around all over the NFL since then.
Steve Wilkes was, and I capitalized the word was, the defensive coordinator for San Francisco.
Yeah,
he took him to the Super Bowl. Then I found out via Papa and Lund, one of my favorite shows I listen to on KNBR, Steve Wilkes has a lot of skeletons in his closet, and it filtered down to the team.
And it's obvious Shanahan did not like him. Very obvious.
No, he didn't like him. He had reasons.
But it's obvious that he and Salah like each other. There's no question about that.
Oh yeah. And that 49er defense is coming around quick.
Yeah.
Now they get a week off to heal. They get some players back.
And they have no business being where they are. I mean, that
none
is beaten to a pulp.
Listen, we have been
still here they are.
We have been I will do a separate Snowman's take on this. We didn't get time today. Listen, I said at the top of the season, even with the injuries, I just hope the 49ers compete. Now they're a half game out of first place in the West, miraculously.
Mm-hmm.
They get a week off this week to heal, and then they get an early Christmas present, and Tennessee comes to town.
You know, I know the NFL likes to stretch out the off weeks as much as they possibly can. And I know this is the last off week for several teams.
Yep.
To me, this is too late.
It is.
You get to December, it's just too late.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question to you, Jay. In 1993, the NFL flirted with an idea for 1 year that each team gets 2 bye weeks.
I remember they used to do that.
They used to do that. Why did they stop doing that?
Because they don't want to stretch the season any longer.
I mean,
they might have to seriously.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't care what people say. They're going to 18 games. You might as well just get.
Yeah, they are.
So why not?
And it's going to be within 2 years. It's going to be. It's going to be within 2 years that they go to 18 games. It's going to happen.
And because
that was when they expanded the schedule. Because it was collectively bargained that to get an extra game, they'd have to give up the bye week.
Yeah. But once upon a time, like I said, 93 was the only year they did this, that every team got 2 bye weeks.
Right.
And the Super Bowl wound up being played on the last weekend of January, 1994. I remember because it was my mother's birthday weekend, and God bless you, Mom. Bieniemy is running back coach for the Bears. What's that tell you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Damien, for that.
All right.
And Victor's face just wrinkled up.
Well, no, I mean, that might be the best place for him because you look at Swift and Monangai, they're running people over. So I'm like, that might be.
But look how many jobs he's had since he left the Chiefs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Four of them, I think.
If you think about it, the same thing we said for Ron Rivera with Washington. After his magical run with the Bears as defensive coordinator, everyone said, "Oh yeah, he needs to be the coach for Washington." And how'd that work out?
How did
And
that work
now
out?
he's the general manager for the Cal Bears.
Yes,
How
the California Golden Bears.
the California Golden Bears. Okay.
Mhm. Now,
Who, by the way, is in the sorriest of sorry football conferences.
yes.
Well, Jay, speaking of, what's going on in Durham? Are they more pumped about Michigan State basketball coming to town, or are they more pumped about the ACC championship game?
Well, they're actually going to Michigan State, but in my opinion, it shows you how bad this conference is in football.
Agreed.
It's just a 7-5 team is one of your representatives in the championship.
In the championship game,
Right.
You know, if things break right away, I mean, a lot of people don't know this. There's a new rule this year, where if Duke wins, the ACC may not have a representative in the CFP because it's the 4 highest ranked conference teams. Then after that, it's just anybody.
And Deeks talked about that.
And how embarrassing would that be?
Deeks talked about this earlier about there may not be a representative in the CFP from the ACC.
I think that would be hilarious. I think that'd be hilarious.
I'd laugh my head off
because Jim Phillips, who's the commissioner of the conference, whined and complained and actually got his wish last year to get 2 teams in, and they stunk up the field.
They stunk up the joint.
The wine and cheese crowd.
So now the best team in the conference, I know they stumble. The best team is Miami. There's no question about that. But it looks like they have no chance, and nor should they in this conference.
What happened to Georgia Tech, man? That was my sick kid.
How about the fact their AD and I guess their president was part of this too, sold out and played that Georgia game in the Dome on Friday? That was just stupid.
Right.
And I know they signed a multi-year deal to play multiple games in the Dome. I get that. But don't play Georgia in the Dome.
I'd swear they would play that at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
If you watch the game, it was all red.
It was. Like it's going to be all red Saturday.
Well, it's literally going to be all red Saturday with who's playing.
With Alabama and Georgia playing. And then Georgia Tech ran into a bulldog wall, and they only scored 9 points.
To me, the best 2 teams in the ACC are Miami and Georgia Tech.
Yes. That should be your ACC championship.
That's just my eye test.
That should be your ACC championship game.
But Georgia Tech
and Miami
choked the last couple of weeks and lost a bunch of games they shouldn't have lost.
Mm-hmm.
And Miami did that, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, whenever it was.
Yeah.
They choked.
They choked badly.
And, of course, we're going to have a team who the Arrogance University, it looks like they're going to get in, Notre Dame, I mean.
Oh,
because they refuse to join a conference.
Yeah, they've sealed their ticket to the college football playoff. And I said it last year, and I'll say it again this year. And MC Wars has joined us via YouTube. Tell me how this happened that Notre Dame gets to be the wildest of the wild cards. I lost my train of thought for a moment. For 2 consecutive years, this 12-team playoff is going on.
How many other teams would have lost their first 2 games and had any chance at this? Nobody.
None.
I mean, nobody had but they. It doesn't matter who's on any committee. They want Notre Dame in there. It's obvious.
It is. And Notre Dame.
Jay, it's like I said earlier. It used to be Notre Dame get in a conference so that you can make the playoff. Now it is these teams get out of a conference, go independent, and you have way more of a shot to get in if you're not in a conference.
But how about have the guts within NCAA to force them to be in a conference like every other team in the country?
Why won't they do that, though?
They won't do it.
Why won't they do it?
They're gutless.
Why won't they besides the fact of being gutless, why won't they force Notre Dame to be in a conference?
There's no other reason why, is they're gutless.
because
And
Notre
therefore Notre Dame can
Notre
literally
Dame
do
makes
whatever they
more
want to
money
do.
because Notre Dame makes more money than any other school. That's why.
True.
That's the only reason.
And that
Uh,
broadcast,
NBC and Peacock are paying Notre Dame out the nose,
to have their games.
and they don't want to give that. They don't want to give that up.
Well, how bad do you look if you're the ACC and allow them to schedule 5 games within your conference and refuse to put them and refuse to join their conference?
Yeah, that's what Notre Dame has done.
If I were the ACC, I don't care whether it be Swafford who did this stupid deal or Jim Phillips. You either join our conference and play 8 or 9 or now 9 games starting next year, or you leave. But we're not doing this halfway stuff.
Well, that says it about all the other sports at Notre Dame. I mean, that's if the ACC made that deal because they thought, hey, if Notre Dame is in our conference for basketball, if they're in our conference for baseball, if they're in our conference for all these, maybe when the NCAA forces people to go to conference, maybe they will come to our conference.
Well,
and
they're not going to.
And they're not, but they're not thinking like we are, where force Notre Dame to do it. The NCAA is like, nah, we're not doing that.
Right.
And Phillips, neither Jim Phillips nor John Swafford has the balls to do it.
True. Damian Hernandez, doggone it.
With a question.
Yes. If Ohio State wins the championship back-to-back, is Ryan Day fit for an NFL job? If not, what would it take for him to be in the NFL?
I don't think he wants to. I don't think he wants to.
He's not leaving Columbus.
No, no way.
He's not leaving.
Why would he want to leave Columbus? He's got it made.
With the success he's having resources. Now. Yep, he's got unlimited resources. He's working off of a championship. He's the number 1 seed unless Indiana pulls an upset on Saturday. He's going to be guaranteed the number 1 seed.
I'm glad you mentioned that. But how bad is it going to look Saturday when the ACC and Big Ten championships are played simultaneously? What ratings are going to be higher than the other one?
Well, it's the Big Ten title that's going to have the higher ratings.
It's not even close.
The Big Ten title is going to have the higher ratings. Maybe they could compete. I don't know why Georgia and Alabama's championship game has to be played at 4 in the afternoon.
They always play in the afternoon.
It's always So the SEC is always 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Always.
Okay. I can live with that.
It's always.
I can live with that. And then who's going to watch the ACC championship anyway?
Well, not only that, the stadium's going to be at best half empty.
3/4 of the way empty.
You got a 75,000 seat stadium. You got Virginia and Duke playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when you break glass on. That's a game you break glass on.
MC Ward says Kirby Smart is the best coach in the nation, and he wouldn't leave. So I doubt Ryan Day would leave.
Ryan Day's not going anywhere.
Ryan Day is not going in. Ryan Day is set.
Well, you also look at what Ryan Day has been able to do. I mean, last year he was able to bring in Chip Kelly, a great college football coach and an NFL offensive coach.
Now he's fired.
So what does he do? So what does he do this year? He brings in Matt Patricia, an NFL defensive coach, to coach. He's not going to be able to do that at the NFL. He's not going to be able to get. And he's not going to be able to get these guys next to him that are going to be so much better than everybody else.
Right.
How'd that work out in Columbus last year? He goes to the Raiders. Goes to the Raiders and gets fired.
Yep. Well, I think a college will wind up picking him up again.
Oh, I'm sure he probably will, but still.
Now, let's get to the pair of elephants in the room. One named Lane, the other named Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
There's a pair of elephants in the room.
You mean the hypocrite that he is?
The hypocrite that he is, yes. Absolutely.
Oh,
Jay, I'll start with you.
He sat there Friday and told Taylor McGregor on the field that he had not made up his mind, which was a bold-faced lie.
It is.
And then he says, we'll make a decision Saturday morning. Well, that dragged on the Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to make a soap opera out of this.
He did. And I bet you any kind of money he had his decision a month ago.
Oh, he's known for a long time he was going there.
So you're saying that Lane Kiffin pulled a LeBron James on everybody.
Mm-hmm. He wanted to milk this everything he could. and then sat up there.
Sorry, I almost threw up there. I heard LeBron James. I'm sorry.
The typical response
all over
is,
again.
and I'm sorry if anybody out there is religious, but I'm sorry. Everybody's response, especially with the college football coaches up here, I prayed on it, and God told me I needed to go to LSU. That's bull crap.
It is.
That's just bull crap.
He's known for a long time, as you said, Jay, that he was going to LSU. Why didn't he just make it a thing and make it? Just say it out loud.
He's pretty much known since Brian Kelly got fired that he was going to go to LSU.
He was going to LSU.
And he doesn't understand why one of his rival schools doesn't want him to coach in the college football playoff. And then sat up there last night and says, "Well, I understand why he wouldn't do it. I really do."
That's what I said. It's the decision, just like LBJ. He said, "Oh, it came to me in a dream, like on the 11th hour. Like you knew you weren't staying in Cleveland."
Man, get out of here,
Victor. Why are we talking?
Because I'm bringing the likeness of both these things. Lincoln,
why do we got to talk about hemorrhoids, dude? Why do we got to talk about hemorrhoids?
You're not listening to me, dog. I'm saying there's a commonality between these two individuals. They knew from jump they're not staying where they were.
Right.
He made a reference to his dad yesterday and said that, my dad he had 17 different jobs. Was that a badge of honor?
Right. The thing is that they knew from jump they weren't staying, but they wanted the media attention to follow them.
Yep.
So
the media was stupid enough to give it to them.
Not just the media attention. The zeros kept going on that contract. The more he pushed this thing along, another zero came at the end. At the end of that
contract. Yep.
The more he waffled, the more money he was.
The only thing that I could see why he would leave is it's because it is much easier to recruit at LSU than Ole Miss in football. There's no doubt about it.
Fair.
But
so what does Ole Miss do for a coach?
Like he did this past season.
So what does Ole Miss do for a coach going into the playoff?
They already have one.
The timing.
They moved up their OC.
Okay.
No, DC.
It's terrible.
They moved up their DC. Okay.
DC. He's already been named the full-time coach.
Oh, he has been.
Yeah, they've already announced the head coach. Yeah.
Okay. It's just.
What's the definition? What's the definition of insanity?
Pete Golding is his name. Pete Golding.
Doing the same thing.
Golding. Congrats to Pete Golding. Listen, it just flat gets on my nerve when a coach is committed to a school and another school is flirting with him.
Right.
And he won't finish the season with his original school.
His own conference.
How much of that was a school decision, though? How much of that was a school decision?
Well, that I understand. On Ole Miss's part, I get why they don't want him to coach. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But in terms of him, why are you jumping ship to one of your biggest rivals?
Because they're paying him. They're paying him a lot of money.
I looked Saturday night when this was pretty obvious this is going to happen. I looked. Guess where LSU plays next year?
Ole Miss.
In Oxford, Mississippi.
In Oxford.
Oh boy,
that has to be shower garbage.
If y'all remember when he bolted Tennessee, when Ole Miss coached here a couple of years ago in Knoxville, they threw golf balls at him. If you remember.
Yes, I remember.
What do you think is going to happen next year in Oxford?
They're going to throw garbage cans at him.
They might. I think he's a great guy. I really do think he's a really good coach. But the stuff he does, it just boggles my mind.
It makes him unlikely.
This is one of them.
Like that.
This makes him untrustworthy, to be honest.
Yeah, it does.
It makes him untrustworthy.
Times two.
What? I mean, how long is he going to be at LSU before he jumps ship to another job?
Right.
How long?
It depends on how big the paycheck is.
How long was he at Ole Miss? 3 years?
6.
6.
Yeah, he was there for a long time.
6.
Wow. My God.
And then you jump ship to one of your biggest rivals.
Yep, and then you do that.
And you leave Ole Miss, which is excited as all get out in the cold.
Yep.
Just as they were going to the playoff.
He pulled the Hulk. If we don't want to,
you're the 6th ranked team in the country. You're going to the playoff, and you're going to jump ship.
Right. if you don't want to use LBJ, then just say he pulled the Hulk Hogan and became the third man.
Became the third man. Yeah.
What you talking about, brother?
I mean, the fact
Shut up.
that he stood behind it for 6 years, and then when they're like on the cusp, he pulls the rug on her and says, "Oops, I'm leaving."
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Napoleon with this comment: insanity is being a Raiders fan, hoping this year will be the year they win the Super Bowl.
No, that's a Cowboys fan.
You did. Shut up, Victor. You took the exact joke out
Now,
of my head.
I'm actually looking ahead towards what's predicted to be the playoff rankings. Ole Miss is sitting 6th. They'd be taking on number 11, which would be Virginia.
Oh God.
Well, you better hope Virginia wins Saturday, or that's not going to happen.
Trinidad. If Virginia wins Saturday, and that winds up being the matchup, Trinidad Chambliss is going to have a field day.
And
Oh, by the way, get this. Get this. Get this for the 5-12. Get this for the 5-12 matchup. Oregon Tulane.
Blowout. And Tulane will not have their coach either.
Nope. He's gone too.
Dear Greywigs, what are we doing?
You know what? Give me this button here.
And that's if BYU doesn't win the Big 12 championship.
Right.
Yeah.
You know why all that? You
Yeah.
know what? I got something that'll make Jen laugh. You know why all this is possible?
We're just blaming gold ship for everything
Doggone
now.
it.
I love it.
Doggone it! If
It's
we can blame
weird.
Lamar Jackson for everything, which we jokingly have done, if we can blame Aaron Rodgers for everything, which we jokingly have done also, then doggone it, I can blame Goldship for this mess.
Well, the difference between that is that
Anything but training with gold ship.
well, I'll put it this way: in the case between Cincinnati and Baltimore, it was Lamar Jackson's fault.
Yeah, it was. What has happened, Jay? What has happened to Lamar Jackson?
It just they were talking about this last night. I mean, it just seems like he's afraid to run now.
Right?
He's afraid to do anything in a quarterback position.
I mean, he couldn't. When you make Joe Burrow like Drew Brees, that's
I'm telling you guys, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Cincinnati could come back and win that division.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Because I mean,
That's the sad thing.
Pittsburgh's on a decline. You have Cleveland and
Being
Baltimore
If
is
the
losing.
4-8 Bengals could win that division.
And it's not also out of the realm of possibility that the 49ers can come back and snatch the West.
No,
I mean,
it's also possible that the Cowboys could win the East.
Oh yeah,
it's a possibility.
the possibilities are crazy.
And I didn't think that was even possible.
To go back to a subject we were talking about a few moments ago, the 49ers should have been dead, gone, and buried.
And
After
it's also extremely. This is not even possible. This is the Vikings made a huge mistake by the quarterback decision they made in the offseason.
Yep.
It did.
Yep.
Yes,
Sure
they did.
That was an embarrassment yesterday.
Well, what could be what could be funny is, and we just talked about this. If the NFL played by the same rules college football does, the Dallas Cowboys would win the NFC East.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Because they have the best record in the division.
Record in the division. Yep. And if that's the case, how about the Jacksonville Jaguars? Had the game up on Indianapolis in the division because Indy lost their first game in division yesterday.
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
We're
And
going
again-
from being one of the worst divisions to now it's been quite competitive, other than the sorry Tennessee Titans.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look, they've always said they buns. They're booty. Yeah, even
And they are.
their star quarterback, the guy that they picked number 1 overall, has said, "I'm gonna keep it a buck. We're booty. We're terrible.
horrible.
The Tennessee Titans are straight up.
They really are,
They're
They really
terrible.
Oh gosh.
and they
All right.
fail on every single level. Every single level."
Well, hold
That's
up. Before we get out of here, I want to address this one. Who do you guys think will win the Heisman? I think it's going to be whoever walks away on Saturday. Whoever
wins
walks
the
out
Big
of
Ten
Indianapolis.
championship will
Whoever
win.
wins the Big Ten title will be the Heisman Trophy winner. So it's either going to be
It'll either be Mendoza or it'll be Jeremiah.
We're saying.
Yep. Or
Julian
Julian.
My pick would be Pavia, but he's not going to win.
Yeah, Pavia was buried as a Heisman contender a long time ago by no fault of his own.
He and Clark Lee both have made a terrible team a really, really good competitive team now.
Vanderbilt is going to miss Diego Pavia.
The bigger question is, does it really matter who wins the Heisman now?
No, but
no, it doesn't.
It's an irrelevant award. They made that clear last year.
Is college football going to do what they should be doing tonight, which is the deadline, by the way, and expand the playoff next year to 16 teams, which I doubt they will.
I doubt it.
Let's be honest. The Heisman hasn't come the new Grammys of the sports world.
Victor will have musings on that tomorrow. Victor have musings on that tomorrow. We got a whole bunch of more musings tomorrow. We got to get out of here. Jay Spivey joins us as he does every single Monday. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Take care. What'd I say?
Shut up. Yes, ma'am. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. And hopefully tomorrow, I'll be back on the play-by-play live stream tour. Out. See you tomorrow. Did our picks go left? Adios, pelota. See you tomorrow.
See ya.